Joining us today from SEC Unfiltered. Honestly, man, we love Chris and everybody over there, but this is a man who is not afraid to give a scorching hot take or two. You can find him on X at Mr. Cole Thompson. It's Cole Thompson. Welcome into the show, buddy.
I don't know if that's a good thing or not, boys. Like, if I'm giving scorching hot takes, that either means I'm right on the money or I am dead wrong and I'm going to be on freezing cold takes tomorrow. But no, I love your show, guys. I really do. Like, when you guys reached out, I was beyond excited to come on. I'm always for independent podcasters that continuously want to see this platform grow. And you guys have been one of my favorite listens in the last month or so. So for anybody that checks out SEC Unfiltered, make sure that you guys follow the Always Talking Ball podcast. They do great work over here. It's so awesome when small worlds collide. Tyler loves Notre Dame. My grandfather and I grew up in a Notre Dame household. Mm-hmm. And Lance was at the same bar that I probably was in 2015 in Tuscaloosa. So you never know how lives pass and path. Let's rephrase that. You never know how lives will cross paths. Lo and behold, that's how you get the Always Talking About SEC Unfiltered collaboration. I will throw a little bit of respect to Missouri as well, because Missouri's schedule's easy. And I know that people want to go ahead and make fun of Missouri because of, are they really in the Southeastern region? No, but you know what? Tiger fans have always been nice to me, so I always give them a little bit of the benefit of the doubt. I give them love, and now apparently I'm crapping on them for not putting them in my top 25. But they have 21 new transfers. They have, 17 new starters. But guys, I think you know the best medicine and best remedy to building team chemistry. Not leaving home. They don't leave the state of Missouri until October 18th.
Until they go to Auburn.
They have 6 straight games and 7 straight weeks to build that continuity in drills, in live reps. They don't have to play in any hostile environment until they go to Jordan Hare. And then the games that they have on the road this year, they're all winnable in my opinion. So you're telling me that if I'm looking at Mizzou and Kevin Coleman, who was phenomenal last season at Mississippi State, that nobody talked about because of it was Mississippi State, ends up breaking on out. And one of the other receivers can turn into a Theo Wease 2.0. And Ahmad Hardy comes in from ULM, and he doesn't drop a beat from the G5 level to the SEC competition. And the offensive lineman that they brought in to replace Armand Membu is really, really good. And the interior does a good job of consistently blocking. And the defense with Corey Batoon has several guys that end up having breakout seasons, whether it be Trotter or Jones, the kid from Georgia, or they get a good play from the cornerback they added on in Norwood and Jalen Catalan at safety. Their schedule is so manageable to where they may not be the second or third best team in the SEC, but as long as they win, there we go. I mean, there were times last year that Tennessee relied so heavily on its rushing attack and its defense to win at football games, and the offense was pedestrian outside that, but they were 10-2. And you're 10-2 in a major conference, you're going to the college football playoff. So, Missouri to me is so intriguing just because of that 6-game homestand, how quickly you can build that rapport. Because if you do, you're in a really, really, really good spot.
From a win totals perspective, let me just ask you on that really quick, Cole. Do you think that Mizzou, the win total is 6.5? Do you like the fact they could possibly go over that 6 win total and go around 7? I mean, and put you on the spot. Do you think they could be a 7-5, 8-4 type team with that schedule?
I'm hammering the 7-5. Hands down, I'm hammering the 7-5. Because I don't have them in my top 25 right now, and I have Mizzou fans how dare you betray us? And I'm I refuse to do that to you guys. I got your back. I promise you. Now, I may not pick you to go to the college football playoff, but I'm not sold on Auburn. I'm not sold on Arkansas. I got my questions with Vandy. I got my questions with Oklahoma. I think you're going to get an upset win somewhere. So 7-5 is going to happen. The 8-4 is where the conversation, I think, is teetering. That 8-4, 9-3 range, I got to see it. What I will appreciate about this team is that Eli Drinkwitz beats his own drum. And there's a certain brand of football players that go to Mizzou. They're what's the way to put it? They're these names that they know what they're signing up for. You're not getting players to come to Mizzou because of, it's a great program and that we think this is. No, they want to be at Mizzou. It's not because of, I didn't get an offer to be at LSU. I didn't get an offer to go to Florida State. No, they're no, I got an offer to play at Mizzou, and I'm going to come here and beat ass at Mizzou. That's what I'm here to do.
They play so hard, man. That's been something that they've done ever since Drink's taken over. It jumps off the page, bro, how hard that they play.
They also, I think, have that no-nonsense identity about themselves where they don't care what the outside noise is. They don't care what people say about them. They like who they are as a program. And if you do not play to their standard, they'll let you know. Like the internal factor will let you know. And also, I think Memorial Stadium is one of the more underappreciated atmospheres in college football. It's a great Saturday environment. And I'm really excited for that game against Kansas. Like, so I grew up in Houston, so I was around Big 12 country my entire life. And I try to explain to people, like, why is this game so important in that sense? Like, if you knew the atmosphere in Kansas City when these two went up against each other in the Chase Daniel era, and you had Mark Mangino standing on the other sideline, like there were like it was bad. Like I remember like hearing about the Iron Bowl, and like this is an Iron Bowl level, but it is certainly like what I would call Kmart brand Iron Bowl level. Like nowhere near the same level as like Walmart, but you know what? Kmart's still fine. There's a lot of people that enjoy that type of that type of shopping environment. That's what this rivalry is.
Cole, I actually live right outside of St. Louis now in O'Fallon, Missouri, like not too far from Como. And I've been to some basketball games there at Como before. And, dude, it's just like when you go to Bama and they play Dixieland Delight at a bar or wherever it's at, everybody's screaming F Auburn and LSU and Tennessee too. They play Mr. Brightside and they chant FKU. FKU, just over and over and over again. Doesn't matter if it's at a bar, if you're in St. Louis somewhere, if you're at a basketball game, football game. Yeah, you're right, man. That border war is nasty, and I'm so glad we've got that back. Yeah.
And what's so great is I think that the players, because I was talking to some of the Connor Tollerson, I actually asked him about that at SEC Media Days, and he understood what that matchup was.
Yeah.
And what was really important was they apparently brought in a historian this offseason that knew about the border war, like, and went into detail about every single reason why you hate Kansas and why Kansas hates you. So the fact that we're getting that game and that everybody in that building understands it's more than just a game, I think raises the stakes so much more for a field.
Well, this was an absolute blast, man. Can't thank you enough for coming on. Let the people know where they can find you once again. Let them know what things Chris and the guys over at SEC Unfiltered have cooking this season.
Yeah, so if you want to go ahead and spam me all the time on my social media, it's at Mr. Cole Thompson. You can hate my takes literally in my DMs. I have plenty of Tennessee fans to attest to that right now. We're finishing up our season previews for the SEC Unfiltered channel. Our three biggest game stretches is what I'm working on right now. X Factor players are coming out next week. The actual predictions are coming out later on this week. My actual explanation video just dropped recently on the top 25 teams for 2025. In my opinion, going into this year, we have our college football playoff selection show on Monday. If you want to check that out, Chris and I will be unveiling our 12 teams. And we got a bunch of other content that's going to be bleeding out the eyeballs, especially when it comes to season previews, because we do all 16 teams. We do all reactions. We do Sunday Fun Day every single week. We have 2 live streams at 8 o'clock every single Monday and Thursday, so check it out there. And as always, if you want to give me a follow, it's at Mr. Cole Thompson on social media. I'm basically there everywhere, except on TikTok, which is at Cole Thompson CFB. Because somebody, and I don't understand this, and it pisses me off, who is going by Mr. Cole Thompson? Like, honestly, who stole my mononym? Like, who did that? Because that's what I've been known as for the last 8 years on social media. And somebody decided to steal it from me on TikTok.
Well, good stuff, man. Appreciate you coming on, man. We already can't wait to have you on again sometime. Appreciate you guys listening in, man. We know it was a little bit of a longer episode, but this is the SEC, and we just, it just means more, like the moniker says. So, again, subscribe on Apple, Spotify, YouTube. Follow us on Instagram, TikTok, and X. For Cole Thompson and Lance Barton, I'm Tyler Noe. Take care. Have a great rest of your day, and we will see you next time.